My name is Christine Glass. It was full on. There was so much information to be able to absorb. It really challenged me to look deeper even into my own stuff. And so with that, I was then challenged into how I was going to address those things to turn them around so that they became how I can, it's almost like reinventing myself or changing complete direction, because my thinking and my thought patterns had had a complete shift. And I could see how this could work if I chose to be diligent and applying the principles. One of the greatest things that impacted me was at the workshop, Ray, because of his knowledge and understanding of quantum physics, was able to explain things so much more clearly and more deeply, and we can really understand how it works, and because you've got proof and the evidence standing right in front of you, because Ray explains situations that have occurred in his life and in Antonella's as well, and when they've applied the principles of learning, those situations are completely turned around and changed. Oh, she's gorgeous. I love that woman. She is like the epitome of the proof of what is talked about in the workshops. If you can grasp a hold of, embrace and implement, there should be nothing that we can't change in our lives. It's really powerful stuff, because I think that a lot of the world is only just starting to grasp and to get a hold of this stuff. I think that from a lot of things that I already knew, this goes to the next level. So, like I said before, if you grasp a hold of what's being said here, and you actually apply it to your life, not just a once-off thing, but it becomes part of who you are too, that you can create, it's almost like you can create your own destiny. If you truly believe and you apply the principles, there's no limitation or restriction. And that includes not just lifestyle and relationships but when you start looking at wealth and health, if you can really tap into that, that's one of the most profound things that anybody can grasp a hold of, because we really truly do have control if we choose to apply principles which are scientifically proven. I love that. I've struggled with a lot of anxiety, with fear and post-traumatic stress. So I was almost crippled into not being able to move forward in almost every area of my life. I was like shut down, but I knew that I had it within me to be able to do more than I was doing, but I was frozen. I couldn't move. And this time doing this workshop, for me, I've had a whole mental shift. So whereas, like I've just sat an exam. So normally I would be frozen. I'd have almost panic attacks. I'd be really weepy, and I would feel overwhelmed. Now, I've just gone into an exam 2 days ago where I walked in, like prior to going into the workshop, I just got still. I went through some of the things that Ray had been teaching in the workshop. I applied those to myself, and I walked into the exam and just breezed it. Didn't even think twice about it. Like, that's different for me. I don't normally do that. And I'd walked in, and I don't normally like to go in amongst big crowds of people that I don't know. That terrifies me. And I suddenly find myself in a crowd of people chatting away, and I stop dead in my tracks and think, what the heck? What am I doing here? Normally, I would be almost running out the door. But this time I felt completely in control, calm, peaceful, and it was just like the old me, the pre-stress, post-traumatic stress. So, yeah, remarkable. It's probably been 20 years, going on 20 years. And a friend of mine that was there was like, what the heck? Even she's seen a shift in a really, really short period of time as well. And she's saying, what's going on? Well, one of the great things about the workshop was it really said, you know, where are the areas that you're stuck? What changes would you like to see, and how can you implement those? So one of the biggest things that I think that I've gotten to take away with initially is to look at each area of my life and say, okay, what is it that I want? What is it that I want my life to look like in this area? So it's a way of reprogramming and rewiring my mind and my brain in a new way of looking at the world. I've been putting the blocks on because I didn't have the confidence in my own ability, and I was full of fear. The tools that I've gained and are so empowering that it really is up to me. I feel like myself. I feel like the person that I feel like this is who I actually am. Whereas before, my boundaries have been so thick and my brick walls have been so high that not only can nobody else surmount them, I wasn't able to surmount them either. So I was just frozen. The woman that was in charge, she says, can we have any volunteers? And I'm sticking my hand up thinking, what? This is not, I wouldn't normally do this. Oh dear. Yeah, it's good. I can see it this is the beginning of my true self. And this is the beginning of my true life and the way that I should outlive it.